This week we are going to be really quick because we don't really have that many. I just picked up one from the library since it is in called Such Wicked Intent by Kenneth Opel. It's a Simon & Schuster published. It's book 2 in the apprenticeship of Victor Frankenstein, and I read the first book, His Dark Endeavor, and loved it. Unfortunately, well, I can't say that. I don't want to spoil it, but something tragic happens in the first book, and now in this one, Victor at age 16, must move forward, and I love what it says in the back. I believe there is something on this earth that you desire more than anything, and it isn't me. I love it because it's giving a whole bunch of background about why Victor is the way he is, like why eventually he grows up and builds the monster, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I won a giveaway from Some Like It Paranormal, and it was the movie to books giveaway, so I won Lovely Bones and Water for Elephants. So Water for Elephants is from Algonquin Books. It's by Sarah Gruen. If you've never read it or even heard of it about it, you should really pick it up. It's great. It's a historical fiction, but also has some mix of a contemporary in it. There are 2 voices. I actually listened to the audiobook the first time I read this. It was phenomenal. 2 voices, an old...
Starts with him as an old man.
It's the same guy, but it's him telling the story. He actually, will fall asleep, and then you get to hear his story and history, he's remembering, and it's so good. The voices are absolutely perfect. The story is phenomenal. I just loved it. So
and then this one is sad and depressing.
And yeah, The Lovely Bones is by Alice Sebold, and it's from Hatchet.
Good because it's disturbing.
I read it a long time ago, quite honestly. I don't remember when I wrote, and I actually have a hardcover to this, so I need to decide if I'm going to keep the hardcover with the original cover, or if I want to keep this cover. And one of them will be given away at some point, so I need to decide which one I want to keep. But yeah, I found it very depressing and
because
really
it's
creepy.
About murder of a child.
And it's the girl telling the story. She's
the girl
dead.
Who died.
And she's watching everybody grieve for her, and she's watching her murderer walking around. And ugh.
Because he was never caught. I think maybe that shows that it was a good book, because we're both going, I don't know if I can reread that because it was so creepy the first time I read it.
I'm not doing
that.
That
probably means it's a good book.
And
right?
then Sweet Venom by Tara Lynn Childs is free right now, free till October 1st. So if you are at all interested in fantasy or mythology of any kind, I highly suggest you go grab it. It's free. I mean, why not? Anyway, it is a Medusa story, if I remember correctly.
Oh, see, I was so attracted to her hair, and then there's that little tail to the end of the braid. Did you see that? That's kind of like fangs in a way.
Yes.
I kind of like that. That was pretty creative.
I love the picture. Here we go. Sweet Venom. Grace just moved to San Francisco and is excited to start over at a new school. The change is full of fresh possibilities, but it's also a tiny bit scary. It gets scarier when a minotaur walks in the door, and even more shocking when a girl who looks just like her shows up to fight the monster. Gretchen is tired of monsters pulling her out into the wee hours, especially on a school night, but what can she do? Sending the minotaur back to his bleak home is just another notch on her combat belt. She never expected to run into this girl who could be her double, though. Greer has her life pretty well put together, thank you very much, but that all tilts sideways when the 2 girls who look eerily like her appear on her doorstep and claim they're triplets, supernatural descendants of some hideous creature from Greek myth, destined to spend their lives hunting monsters. These 3 teenage descendants of Medusa, the once beautiful Gorgon, maligned by myth, must reunite, these words are killing me, and embrace their fates in this unique paranormal world where monsters lurk in plain sight.
So Grace, Gretchen, and Greer.
Yeah, and it's a series, so I'm sure they did the free one because the second one is coming out. So yeah, the series is called Medusa Girls. And then I also got on NetGalley the Twisted Tragedy of Miss Natalie Stewart. There we go. I do have a picture with this NetGalley. Oh, it's amazing.
It's pretty.
It's from Source Books, and it's by Leanna Renee Heiber. I had to think about that. And I loved the first book. Absolutely off the charts. Loved it. It's part of a series called Magic Most Foul. This is the second book. It doesn't come out until November 1st. And here's the little summary. For Natalie Stewart, a normal life has never seemed so far away. Her only solace, Lord Jonathan Denbury, is wanted for murder. To clear his name, Denbury must return to England and assume the role of his demon doppelganger. But Natalie begins to doubt his true motives, especially as a new gentleman begins whispering in her ear. Natalie and Denbury may be able to visit each other in their dreams, but they can't escape the darkening shadows. Amid spontaneous explosions, friends turned enemies, and dangerous secrets revealed, there's still a demon who has Natalie's scent, and someone is trying to resurrect the ultimate evil.
Well, that's creepy.
And the first one was so good. Oh my god. So good. Can I begin to tell you? And then the last one that I got was Splintered. I got it from NetGalley, but it doesn't have a picture, of course. So here's my tiny picture on the iPad. I don't know if you can see it. It's tiny. I'll put it below. But Splintered is one I've been dying for, so that will probably be my first NetGalley that I read. It is a stunning debut. Captures the grotesque madness of a mystical underland, as well as a girl's pangs of first love and independence. So, it's about a descendant of Alice Lindell, the real-life inspiration for Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And she starts to hear things, like she hears the whispers of bugs and flowers, and it's exactly what happened to her mother, and her mother is in a mental institution, so she's really freaking out, like
she's going crazy.
This is happening to her too, and it's all because of this ancestor. But, of course, you know, like, I'm sure there's going to be more to the story. Like, I'm hoping she goes there and gets to see it all. So I'm very excited. The cover is awesome on it. So yeah, that's all I have.
And then tomorrow, Angie and I are going to be in Naperville, Illinois, at a young adult literature conference, book conference, put on by Anderson Bookstore. So we're excited about that, other than the fact that we have to get up really early on a Saturday morning to drive there. But once we get there, I'm sure we'll enjoy ourselves, because there are tons of neat authors who are going to be there, and we get to meet them and listen to their panels and all of that good stuff. So we're excited about that.
Right. Like David Levithan will be there, and Maggie Stiefvater, and Anne Greenwood Brown. I emailed her today. She said she was going to be there tomorrow. So so there's a lot of people there. Heather Brewer, I've never met her. So, yeah, it'll be cool.
It will be.
Very cool.
Except that I'll be yawning.
I'm telling you right now that if you're going to be on the highway with me, get out of the way. Don't even bother messing with me. Just saying. Anyway, so tell us what you got for your Libby this week. What did you get in books? Share it below, post it up. We'll come over and comment. Well, I will. I do that all the time. It's what I do when I can't sleep at night. I'm kind of crazy.
Do I wear this shirt every single time?
I don't know, but can you tell it's homecoming today?
Well, it's also Friday, and this is like the Friday t-shirt. And I think we do this on Fridays, don't we?
I have multiple buildings, so sometimes I have a middle school shirt on instead of a high school shirt, but yes.
It is a different week. It is a different week.
Every Friday now we seem to be in these colors.
All right, bye.